I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. First carry for Leonard Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. So the offense has it first and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ten yards still left on second down. Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. To drop him for a loss of a couple. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Look to throw here. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's King. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. He'll look to throw. And he finds Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height, or find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense, because any 2nd and short situation, you anticipate the run, and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a first down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball, that's a play that you're going to be really, really excited about and one that your defense coordinator...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fournette, a first down carry. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And that'll be incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They're in the 2nd quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Shift together here from the D-line. They run again on first down. Cook. And some room to roam now. 34 yards there and a first down.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? It's patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Again, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
145, 145, orange left.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The middle, it's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 39. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the penalty now makes it 1st and 20. Cook following the penalty. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Three-man line, okay? We're just playing three-man line.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Quick throw here, that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter from Oakland. The Raiders there have opened a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he's got room. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
And Frank's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back to Cook strip. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
145. 185.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Boy, a tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Set. 140. Three-man line.
A toss to Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set. 92 set. It's a 3-man line, okay? So just play a 3-man line.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd down and goal from the 6. Now Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They're on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So a miss on his first attempt, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
I know this will surprise you a little bit, Brandon, but you know kickers can be a fragile breed sometimes. You got to wonder what's going through his mind, but he didn't let that first miss impact him one bit.
Hey, I kicked back at Harrison High School. Are you calling my ilk soft? The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and just 1. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to work. There he goes inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. The Jags have just scored as they'll add on to their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.